So one thing that I consider very important when raising a young puppy is to teach them good habits from the beginning. If you wait until they're bigger and stronger and more hyper and worse yet, set in their ways, and then try and teach them, you're fighting an uphill battle. So one thing that I feel is important for my dogs to understand are some basic manners. So when I open a door, that doesn't mean they can come in or go out. They need to wait for permission. Now within the house it's fine, but if I open a door to the outside, they need to wait. And when she gets big enough to jump in and out of the truck, when I open the truck door, she needs to wait.
Okay.
It's just a bad habit and really dangerous. Frankly, when you're working and you open your truck door, it's really dangerous if the dog thinks it can just run out anytime he wants. I'm going to show you the basic manners that I've been teaching little Miss Bindi Spike. So if she tries to come in, I just block her, and in this case, kind of gently push her back. There's no need to be rough. There's no need to be, overbearing. She's just a simple little puppy. If you wait until it becomes a bad habit and they're big and strong, you really have no other option but to be rough with them because they're just going to blow past you and they don't have any respect for you. But if you start at a young age, like this young, impressionable, small, little wobbly puppy, you can be very gentle. Wait. You can be very gentle and careful with them. Okay. Good girl. Oh, that's a good girl. Yeah, that's a good puppy. Okay, so we are going to do some training with little Miss Bindi. What we're going to teach her today is the first steps of going inside the kennel on command. We are going to do what's called free shaping or shaping. So I'll tell you right now, there's a lot quicker and easier ways to train a dog to go in a kennel. Our goal today, and our goal throughout the training for the next 6 months or so, is not going to be ease of training. Is not going to be, let's find the most efficient way to teach her to do A, B, and C. I've got lots of time. She's 9 weeks old, and my goal is not to just train behaviors. My goal is to shape this puppy into a dog who can learn and think for herself. A dog who can learn to guess what I want and make basically attempts at pleasing me to get what she wants, right? So what we're going to do is, I've got several steps leading up to going in the kennel. The key is that you have those steps outlined before you begin. That way you're not trying to make it up as you go. So my first step to give her a reward is going to be for her to basically look in the direction of the kennel. As soon as she glances in the direction of the kennel, I'm going to give the marker word. So basically what I use instead of a clicker, I'm going to give her a marker word, which is yes. And then the next step will be she needs to move towards it. The next step will be to touch it with her nose. The next step will be to orient herself near the front. And such and so forth, sticking her head inside. Then one foot on the front, then a second foot, then finally, going inside halfway, and then going all the way in. So this is the really frustrating part. You just have to sit quietly and wait. And eventually she will accidentally do what I want her to. Yes. 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 You see, I'm progressing. I'm making her turn her head just a little bit more to get the reward. Yes. And I started with just a slight tilt. Now she's got to kind of turn her head towards it. Yes! Ooh, she almost touched it with her nose. Yes! See if I could get her to touch it this time. Oh, that was so close. Yes! And now she's touched it, so now she's just got to touch it to get a reward now. You're so close. Yes! She understands looking at it gets a reward. Yes! There's, I was going to say she hasn't figured out touching it does, but now she gets it, I think. Yes! You gotta touch it again. Yes! Unfortunately, though, she's orienting herself to the side, but hey, that's okay.
Maybe you should do it to the door. Make her do
I eventually will. I just need her to, yes, consistently figure out what I want, which is right now just to touch it. Once it's very clear she gets that, then I'll start orienting her towards the door. Yes! Okay, I'm going to feed her up this last time. Yes! She gets it. And I don't want to push my luck and wear her out. So I just went ahead and fed her up. Come! Come! That's a good girl. You ready to work, pup?
I left her a glove.
No. Get free for climbing up on here.
And then I took go.
Yes. She picked right up where she. Yes. Where she left off. Yes. She didn't need a single reminder. Yes. 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 Okay, now we need a new step. So she needs to position herself more in the front. So basically from this corner forward, she needs to touch it. Yes. 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 So now she needs to look in the doorway like she just barely did. Yes. 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 So now she needs to basically put her head across the threshold. So basically her nose needs to be inside the kennel. Yes. Yes. Same thing though, if she sticks her head all the way in, then I'll call it. Yes. I'll just feed her up on that. Good girl. She went all the way in. Good dog. Good dog. Yes. Good girl. I'm just going to have her put both front feet in. She's already offered to do that. Yes! So for now, I'm just going to reward her for both front feet. You can see her trying different behaviors to get the reward. Yes! Good girl! Oh, that's a good girl! Oh, that's a good girl! You got to go all the way in there this time. Got to go all the way in there again. Got to go all the way in. Yes! That a good girl. Oh, that's such a good puppy. Oh, that's such a good puppy. Yeah, that's such a good puppy. Wait, wait. Okay. Good girl. I want her to start coming out when I let her out, just like through the doorways. Good girl. Look. 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 No. Look. Good. Good. Yes. Good girl. Look. Look. Good. Yes. Get in there. Good. Yes. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Oh, you're such a good puppy. Yes, you are. You're such a good puppy. Oh, you're such a good puppy. No, don't bite. Don't bite. Oh, good girl. That's a good girl. No, oh, good girl. Yes. Oh, that's a good girl. Oh, that's a good girl. No teeth. Just lips. No teeth. Okay, so we've been doing a lot of trailing training with little Miss Bindi. And we've progressed to the point now where I'm going to add our first turn. Up until this point, the trails have always been straight. So today, we're going to take these a step further and see how she does. That's going to be the longest and most difficult trail I've asked her to follow yet. So let's go see how she does. Hey, baby girl. Hey, Bindi girl. The wind's throwing her off.
Yeah, I don't think she's found the food, but she's trailing it.
Yeah. She's definitely trailing it. Good girl. That's a good girl. I think the wind was blowing the scent all over. She was trailing, but it kind of seemed like the scent was in more places than just one, which is normal. Scents often isn't just where you walk. Like when we see people's tracks, the actual scent left for the dog is not that straightforward typically. It's kind of blown all over the place even without windy conditions. And today's a little bit windy, so I think it blew the scent all over. But man, she followed that turn really well. You'd see her get out, got past where the trail stopped, realized, hey, it's not here, went back, picked up the trail again and followed it right to it. I mean, for her first turn ever, and for it being, you know, close to double the longest trail she's ever followed, you sure can't complain. And look at this, she's wiggling to get down. I mean, I hold her all the time. She doesn't just wiggle when I hold her. She wants to go find more treats, which means she's not burned out. We didn't do it too long. We did it just right. So happy to see her still anxious to go find more stuff. Happy to see her overcome that obstacle of the turn as if it really wasn't anything. And happy to see her dealing with all that wind blowing the scent everywhere and really not being that thrown off. She didn't find the chunks of meat. She just worked her way right to the end of the trail, but that's totally fine. I think I'm going to discontinue leaving pieces along the trail anyway and just drag it to the end point, as that's what she was working for anyway. She wasn't really looking for the little pieces. She wanted the big chunk at the end. That's just fine with me. So I believe at this point I'm going to discontinue any kind of little pieces along the trail and just allow her have the jackpot at the end. So pretty happy with little Miss Bindi Spike. She did a great job. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll show you more next time.